Alright, this is Mr. Grozier. I wanted to help you with 7 and 8 here on our homework from last night. So here we go. We're going to graph this, and the first thing I see is we have an y being squared, but the x isn't. So that's going to lead us to a parabola. It's going to be only one of the two arcs, not a circle or an ellipse or a hyperbola, just one of them. So we're going to put it in one of these formats with the y alone, or the x alone, and the squared term on the other side with the a value. And so we're going to put the y is going to be squared. So let's go ahead and move this around. I'm going to factor out a -2, and that would give me a y squared, and we'll leave this y term with it. It's going to be a 6y. Going to have to add something to complete the square. And then let's put the x's on the other side and the 14 on the other side. So let's just check this to make sure the x moved over here, this moved over here. And if I multiply this back in here, -2 times y is -2, and -2 times -6 is positive y, so everything's good. Alright, what completes this perfect square? Well, that again is b divided by 2 squared, 9. But I'm not adding 9, I'm adding -2 9, so it's a minus an 18 over here. Alright, let's clean this up a little bit. Well, now I do have a perfect square, which means I can write it like that, so my y is alone. And over here, I have a -x, and that'd be a -4. But the formula says just an x or a y at the beginning. You can't have any coefficient out there, not even a negative. So if I factor out that negative, let's see here, that'd be a -1x plus 4. Divide that over there. Now I have a 2 with the y minus 3 being squared, and an x plus 4 over here. And this is a form, the standard form, that's going to be able to help me graph it. So let's do the vertex. Well, it's a -4 and a 3. So -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, +3 right there. That's a vertex of it. And which direction is it going? Well, at the end of the day, I have a y squared here and an x positive. And that is backwards from where we start. In Algebra 1, we start right here with a parabola like this, and this is the sideways version. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this asymptote, or not an asymptote, an axis right here. And I'm going to make sure it points that way. This is the axis of symmetry. So it points that way. Now I just have to find my points. And a traditional one would be, traditional parabola would be these points here. However, I'm being multiplied by a factor of 2, so my a value is 2, so I'm going to multiply all of these by 2. And now I'm going to plot them, but again, I can't start from the origin, I start from here, and I can't go up, I'm going this way. So it might make sense to turn your graph this way and say, look, I'm going 0, 0, then over 1, up 2, then over 2, up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then over 3 up 18, well, that's off the graph. And then these points are perfectly symmetrical, 2 spaces, 2 spaces. And there's my parabola turned to the side. Might help to turn your paper like that so you can get them going in the right direction. All right, and always if you can, go over it with a highlighter, it makes your graphs stand out. All right, let's go ahead and do this one real quick. This one's going to be this version up here with the x squared. So I have an x squared plus 6x plus something to complete the square, and move the other 2 to the other side. Well, what completes this perfect square? 9. 9x plus 3 being squared. And what is it over here? Well, that'd be a -y plus 1. Can't have this. Can't have this negative sign here, so we're going to factor that out. -1, y minus 1, divide that over to that side, and now we have what we need. Graph the vertex, -3, 1, -3, 1. What do I have here? Well, I have a y and an x squared, but it's turned negative. So that is an upside down parabola. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my axis of symmetry. I'm going to go ahead and put this arrow on here so I know where it's going. I'm going to go ahead and do my traditional table of squares, and I'm going to multiply it by the a value, in this case -1. So just make them all negative. Negative, 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 negative. Alright, we don't have to turn our paper because we're just going up and down, so over 0, 0, good. Over 1, down 1. Over 2, down 4. Over 3, down 9. 1, 2, 3, down to 9 would be right there. Put everything back symmetrical. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Down, down. There's my parabola. Alright, hope this helps.